My name is Marcello. Welcome to the Source AV Design Group's YouTube channel. Today we will discuss two desktop all-in-one headphone amplifiers, preamplifiers, and digital to analog converters from Questyle. The flagship CMA 18 Master Edition and the CMA 15. We will also discuss build quality, design, and sound quality paired with several headphones and a pair of earphones. Let's first take a look at the flagship CMA 18. This is my first time spending time with Questyle products at home, and I appreciate the simplicity of the physical design and the overall build quality. The physical look and design of the CMA 18 is reminiscent of studio quality equipment for professional use. The overall size is exceptional for desktop use, with a toggle switch to power on the device. Next to the toggle switch, several illuminated lights indicate the quality of the music you are listening to. A source button lets you switch between different sources such as USB, optical, SPDIF, analog, and Bluetooth. Next, you have a toggle switch to select the headphone amplifier and DAC mode, or the DAC only mode, which turns the device into a DAC and preamplifier for an amplifier or active speakers. You can also use the CMA 18 in headphone DAC mode as a DAC. Next to the function toggle is a bias control switch that allows you to switch between high and standard bias. Questyle's website and marketing material provide minimal product information, so I had to research the differences between the two bias options. In the high setting, the unit will run hotter and draw more power in Class A mode, which many lovers of Class A sound will appreciate. In standard mode, the unit will run cooler in Class AB. I like that this option allows a listener to determine which they prefer. Next, on the front of the unit, you have the included remote IR sensor, followed by a 4.4mm balanced headphone output, a 6.35mm unbalanced quarter-inch headphone output, a 4-pin balanced XLR headphone output, and lastly, the ALPS potentiometer, which has some resistance, making for a great volume control experience. The sandblasted matte CNC chassis feels very well built and smooth. The laser engraved text on the front of the device, volume control, toggle switches, and indicator lights are all straightforward to use and see when on your desktop. The CMA 18 is a fully balanced headphone amplifier that uses current mode amplification, a Questyle audio technology. The amplifier operates in the current domain, and according to Questyle, the low impedance characteristics of the current mode circuit result in lower distortion and superb detail reproduction, ultimately helping to create the house sound Questyle is known for. The CMA 18 utilizes the flagship DAC ES9039 Pro from ESS, which is one of the key differences between the CMA 18 and 15. In addition, the CMA 18's PCB is upgraded to a Rogers board, which according to Questyle has resulted in a 30% improvement in performance and distortion. The CMA 18 powers its digital and analog components separately to ensure the purest signal processing. It uses an independent Nortel toroidal transformer and Schottky rectifier to provide the cleanest power to the analog side of the DAC. In addition, the CMA 18 Master has been upgraded to the XMOS X316 USB platform, which supports up to PCM 768 and DSD 512. The Bluetooth mode has also been upgraded to support both aptX HD and LDAC if you plan to use the unit with wireless connectivity. On the back of the device, you have two USB inputs, one A and one C, an optical input and an SPDIF input. Next, you have an analog inputs for analog devices such as turntables. Next, you have the standard or studio toggle switch, which when set to studio will increase the voltage out based on my research. I would opt for most at-home listeners to stay in the standard setting. Next, you have the preamp output volume switch that toggles between fixed and adjustable modes depending on your system. When switched to fixed mode, the output volume of the preamp will be set to the maximum volume level, and the volume control knob on the front of the CMA 18 will not change the volume. Next, you will find the balanced XLR preamp outputs and the unbalanced RCA preamp outputs. Lastly, you have the Bluetooth pairing button, Bluetooth antenna housing, the 220 volt 110 volt switch, and the AC socket. The strangest design choice for ease of use is the placement of the headphone amplifier gain control switches on the bottom of the chassis, which is the same as the CMA 15. If you listen to both headphones and sensitive earphones, this feature may not be enjoyable. Switching to low mode means you have to power off the unit, turn it upside down, and switch it to low before listening to in-ears. The included remote is decent, but it's a Questyle universal remote, so not all its features such as the power button, playback control, and DAP settings will work. So what are the significant design differences between the CMA18 Master and the CMA15? I mentioned a few already, such as the 18's internal DAC chip, which uses the newer ESS flagship ES9039 Pro compared to the 15's older ES9038 Pro chip. As I mentioned in the 18, Bluetooth has also been upgraded. However, the CMA15 supports full MQA decoding if anyone still listens to MQA. The included product manuals show that the two units have the same output power ratings, frequency response, THD, and signal-to-noise ratio. With a max output power from the quarter-inch headphone out of 188 milliwatts at 300 ohms, 1.5 watts at 32 ohms, 765 milliwatts at 300 ohms, and 2 watts at 32 ohms from the balanced 4.4 millimeter and XLR headphone outputs with a THD of 0.0003% at 300 ohms, according to Questyle. So whether or not it will be worth it to have the latest and greatest CMA18, generally priced at $3,499, but on sale at the time of creating this video for $2,999, or the more affordable CMA15, generally priced at $2,999, but also on sale at the time of creating this video for $1,999, will come down to whether or not you feel some of the internal upgrades for the CMA18 from Questyle, such as the DAC, PCB board, USB platform, Bluetooth modes, and of course the quality of sound differences are worth that extra money. Let's discuss how the two units differ from a sound quality perspective. After listening with several different headphones, the general overarching difference in sound quality between the two units is a bit more warmth and emphasis in the mid-range of the CMA15 and what sounds like a bit more emphasis in the upper mid-range, which helps to create a slightly more colorful sound than the more neutral and precise sound of the CMA18. Vocals on some material, such as Tool's Fear Inoculum album, have a bit more edge and sharpness from the CMA15 than from the CMA18. The CMA18 delivers a bit more balanced vocals in the mix with slightly rounder, more pleasing edges when listening with my Yamaha YH5000 SE flagship headphones. Both amplifiers have superb soundstage presentations that allow you to pinpoint vocals and instruments quickly. However, the CMA18 tends to have slightly better spatial accuracy and dynamics for faster moving music. Listening to Friend of the Devil, the CMA18 presents the strings with superb timbre and an excellent tone for Jerry's vocals. The CMA15 presents the strings with a bit more body and edge, with even more emphasis on the mix, pushing Jerry's vocals forward with sharper edges and more immediate decay. The bass guitar also has more body along with the drums when listening to the CMA15 compared to the CMA18. Listening to Lindsey Stirling's Artemis album, again, displays more body and edge to the sound of her violin, with harder hitting, fuller sounding bass compared to the CMA18. However, the CMA18 sounds more accurate and balanced, with fewer peaks in the treble for some of the higher notes she hits when playing. The localization of her violin compared to the other instruments in production on the track are noticeably better with the CMA18. The bass and mid-range are less emphasized, and overall the treble presents plenty of air and sparkle, but in a more cohesive way than the CMA15. I don't have any truly difficult to drive headphones in-house, with the DCA E3 being the most challenging of the headphones in-house, and both the CMA18 and 15 were up to the task of driving them from the balanced XLR headphone outputs. From a sound synergy perspective, I preferred the more balanced sound of the CMA18 with the DCA headphones. However, this will depend on your preferences and how trained your ears are to pick up on the differences in sound, as some differences are subtle but noticeable. I listen to many other headphones such as the Meze Elite, the Focal Celeste, the Aurobus Acoustic Sierra, the Sennheiser HD660S2 and HD650, and the Meze Alba earphones. I preferred the CMA18, but because of the price difference, I recommend you visit our showroom or your local dealer to see if you feel the 18 is worth the additional cost. The CMA15 is spectacular and will be preferred by many listeners. Thanks to Questyle for sending out these two excellent all-in-one units. They both sound magnificent with black backgrounds, superb soundstage accuracy, excellent dynamics, and user-friendly designs. If I were in the market for a superb desktop preamplifier, headphone amplifier, and DAC, the CMA18 and CMA15 would be promising options. However, the CMA18 is my favorite of the two. Stay tuned to our channel as we have more Questyle product videos and an in-store listening event coming soon. Both the CMA18 and 15 are on sale at the time of publishing this video, so visit the links in the video description to take advantage of these spectacular discounts, making both units an even greater value for the money. We have some cool videos coming this year with new product announcements, so please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel today. From $150 earphones to multi-million-dollar home audio, cinema, and automation systems, TSAV is a hi-fi paradise for building the system of your dreams. In the comments, please tell us what you think of these two Questyle products. Do you have a preference? If so, please explain why. Until next time, friends, remember, let the music be your guide.